Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back today with a little idea for you. Now I want to show you what this is because I love this. So I don't really know what to call it, so I think I've called it a envelope flipboard or something, and basically that's what it is. It's made from chipboard. I've just covered it, and then it's like a sort of waterfall of envelopes. I love this, and then they open up and you can put whatever little bits and pieces. I think it would be great for swaps or Happy Mail. You've got loads of options actually, because what you could do is you could put ribbon on to hang it, so you could hang it on your wall, or if the person you're giving it to wants to hang it on the wall, you could add more. You could have it this way, make it bigger, put loads of different envelopes. Honestly, it's so easy to do, and I tell you, it reminds me of, you know, if sometimes you go in shops and you see like those things hanging on sort of the aisles where they have the little plastic bags. That kind of is what it reminds us of, and I've just decorated it with little bits and bobs. Absolutely love it, it's gorgeous. So if you want to see how it's done, which it's really easy, I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make my envelopes, and I've chose the 2 by 3.5 inches, which is a gift card size. Your paper needs to be 5 by 5 and you need to punch and score at 2 inches. So I'm going to do this, and then I will get on and make the rest of them. But I want to show you something first. So you'll just repeat that and make them. Now let me get this done first, because we also need a little piece of vellum as well for all of them. Which I will show you. Alright, so there's the envelope, and I've just rounded the corners. Now we're going to need a little piece of vellum for every one, which is 1 inch by 3 3/4, and we're going to score it in the middle on the short side at 1/2 inch. Okay, and then on the back of our envelope we're going to glue this on the back. Let me get it the right way. Yes, because it will lift up that way. And I'm just going to take some scissors and just trim in the corners a little bit. So you want glue on here, and you want to glue it on the back your little envelope. Okay, now I'm just double checking that I've got this right. Yes, this is right. Yes, so bit of glue on here. We're going to glue this on the very top of the envelope. That was meant to be that way. So you should have your little flap at the back. Now when you open the envelope, you're going to see the little bit and the bit of glue. So what I've done is I've cut a little white piece of card, which is 2¼ by just over 3½. Of course, if you're making different size envelopes, you want it to just sit in the middle, so that's going to cover that little piece of glue vellum that we can see on the back. Now, of course, it could be a patterned paper you put inside, it could be whatever you want it to be, and that's just when we open it, it hides it, that's all. So I'm just going to stick that in just from the front. When the person opens the little envelope, you can't see the little glue thing. So that's my first little envelope made, and I've got the little flap on the back, so I'm going to make another 4, I think, of these, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have done all of my little envelopes. Check. Yes, so they're all done. 5 of them. Now I've got a piece of chipboard. This is 4½ inches by 10. Yeah, 4½ by 10. Now I am going to use this beautiful paper pad that I got for my birthday. My friend Gemma got me this, and oh my god, this is beautiful, and honestly it is so thick. It's by Tonic and it's called Whimsy Meadow. Honestly, this is just, oh, look at that, this is absolutely gorgeous, and it smells beautiful as well. Oh my god, beautiful. So I think I'm going to go for this one to cover mine, and then I'm going to cut some of them up as well to put inside. So yeah, so that's going to be a pretty good little border, you know, something like 1 inch. So I'm going to just trim it off. You can measure it if you want. I'm going to cut it about that, and then I can just cut this with the trimmer on the cut line that I've already made, which is here. And that'll do for the back side of it. So I'm going to put my little piece on. Just going to put some tape on the back of this. Right, so I put the tape on, peeled the backing off, and I'm going to pop this just about here. So that's going to be the front of my beautiful waterfall board. And now, if I could and find my, so what I do is I just sort of run down a couple of times with a like bone folder, just to make it a bit easier to fold, kind of leaves a score mark, and then use whatever you use for your corners. I'm going to use this one, and I would just slice it off with a knife, but I don't want to cut this pad thing, so I'm just going to trim with the scissors. Just do that on all 4 of your corners. I'm just going to put tape on. So that's my beautiful board covered, and then the back I have got enough to cover this over, so I'm just going to mark it with a pencil and just trim this down. Okay, so that's the board done. Now the envelopes, so I'm going to roughly but you know, lay out where I want them. So because I want to leave a space for the top, which will be to put a hole in and put some ribbons and things in. So I'm just, obviously we're sort of overlapping them, because that's why it's like a, you know, a kind of waterfall effect. So yeah, I think that would be pretty good like that. So I think the easiest thing is to just pop the first one down, which I know I wanted about, you know, a decent little sort of gap around. So I'm going to put glue on the outside of this little vellum piece that we made. And then I said about here. So we want to stick this down. And then we can obviously lift it up. So that's what it should be like underneath. Give that a good press down. You want plenty glue or tape on, because obviously, you know, we don't want this coming away. And that is the start of our first one. And then we will just gradually move up. So I'm saying probably the overlap is probably about 2 centimeters. And obviously make sure you keep everything nice and straight. So you want, again, you want glue on the back of here. And we're going to go for about here. So let it just stick first before you lift it up, and then you can start to lift it up and stick that bit down. So do you see? You're just going to kind of keep doing this all the way along. Up, sorry. Beautiful, I love this. So now we obviously need to punch a hole. I'm going to put an eyelet in, hang some lovely ribbons. It's up to you how you decorate your envelopes. You can see it's like a sort of waterfall effect. Now you can also put a little bit of Velcro on, have a little Velcro, you know, whatever you want to do. Be kind, obviously with it being, you know, like a waterfall, you sort of flip up. This was the idea. So I think they're great for swaps, you know, just a happy mail to a friend, whatever, you know, But yes, I think it's beautiful. So I'm gonna get on decorating my little envelopes, putting on the front whatever I want, you know, whatever it could be, little pieces of ephemera, you know, just little crafty gifts in them, anything, and decorate it however, you know, you see fit. So I will be back when it's virtually all done. Alright, so I've done mine. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I love this. So what I've done is I've just punched a hole in the top. I put an eyelet in. We've done the back, and the little envelopes, I decided to put a little bit of Velcro on mine. Now I haven't glued them so they would open up still, and just put, you know, whatever little bits you want in there. And then I've just decorated them, little bits and pieces. I've got a little embellishment on there. But this is lovely, and you could make more envelopes, so, you know, just glue them further down. You could maybe fit 7 on there. Yeah, so really simple, but I think it is beautiful for swaps and Happy Mail and stuff like that. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back again soon. So take care and bye for now.